Hello, greetings from my living room, and apparently decided doing laundry right now, right as I started to film, would be a good idea. I don't really know why, but it is the 1st of August, which means I'm pretty sure that's a Sabbath. I don't know. I don't really celebrate Sabbaths. I celebrate seasons, so I guess like kind of the same thing. Whatever, we're not going to get into it. So I don't really care about the day of. It's always fun to do something if people are doing things. I have the time is the best time for me. Anyway, there's a new moon coming up this weekend, so I thought it would be fun to do a doorway spell because I can't believe I don't already have one. I mean, I guess I kind of technically have one. My roommate and I have been hanging flowers, and I just feel like it brings good energy to the space, but I want something right above the doorway, in addition to this beautiful handmade broom that I was gifted a few years ago. I reached out to some other witches who are also on YouTube, and they agreed to do a bunch of videos. So there's a bunch of videos that have been released today from a bunch of different practitioners who all have different practices doing doorway spells of some type. So if you don't like mine is very chaotic and thrown together because I decided I was going to do this today and didn't really plan for anything. There's a tag down below. I think it's doorway spell, doorway charm. I don't remember which one we chose. It's down below, and you can see all of the other people who joined me in making this video in their own doorway spell. So some of you who have been around for a few years may remember this stick. It used to be in the back of all of my videos, and it was like hung on the wall. I'm going to be reusing this because I love this stick. This is one of my favorite sticks, and it is a charm that I did with a lot of knot magic for protection. I suppose if I had the time today, which unfortunately I do not, I would sit and probably wood burn some sigils or, charms or something like that into the stick, which is also one of my favorite ways to use sticks. But that is not what we're doing today. I'm going to add all of my ingredients into this jar. So it's kind of going to be like a charm bag, but it's instead a jar, and I'm not sealing anything. So I suppose it's a little more of like a bowl. I don't know. The beauty of this specific doorway spell is that it's interchangeable. So I am able to take out all of the ingredients that I put in, take out the intention, and then put in a new intention. First, I'm going to add in the extra protection pieces that I already have, just because the main function of this doorway charm is going to be for protection. Otherwise, everything else is going to be dispelling anything that passes through or attracting things into the home. So I'm going to kind of do a general spell. I don't think I'm going to have any like really, really honed in intention. I think it's just going to be kind of like general stuff because I have a lot of protection charms. I have a lot of attraction charms. I have a lot of wards. So I don't really feel like the doorway spell needs to be hard hitting for me personally, just because my whole house is kind of covered in really pinholed intentioned charms. So general charm for me today. First of all, I love clove. I think clove is probably one of my favorite herbs, so we're gonna throw this in. This is a really fiery herb for protection. Oh, it smells so good. So we're gonna add some of those into the jar and ask those for some protection of whatever comes through those doors, and to dispel anything. We'll do 3 handfuls just to cover the bottom there, to dispel anything that might be harmful energetically, physically, emotionally. Anything that comes to that door, it's dispelled or it is warded off because of these cloves. Now, this next one is going to be a wasp. This is just, let's see, I'm gonna do it like a beauty vlogger. This is just some wasp that I found and picked up and have put in a jar. I really like using wasps in my craft because they are super helpful for playing the offense. Kind of naturally aggressive, right? So they're really great for working in protection spells. So we're gonna add that in and ask for protection. I've got these 2 feathers. This one has already been in this charmed spell thing, and to be honest, I don't remember the specific thing, but I'm just going to leave that in here. This is a pigeon feather that is from one of the local pigeons that live in my area, and I'm a local-based practitioner. I like to use the flora and fauna that are around me and call upon the spirits that are already around me. So, that being said, I think I'm gonna try to weave this, just kind of like, just stick it in here. however works. So the reason I'm adding this pigeon feather is because pigeons were originally used for communication, and we domesticated them. There's like a whole kind of tragic background on it. But because there are so many pigeons in my area, they have eyes everywhere. There are pigeons all over the place, and they have eyes just in my area. They see everything. So if something goes astray or goes wrong or something that I should know about, the pigeons are going to let me know. So this is more of a communication type of based protection, but this is not the only way that I've been working with the pigeons. There's other ways, but this is just a very good, simple way to incorporate them into a home protection spell. Lastly, for the protection side of it, this is a horn that was gifted to me by Frankie, and I was taught by them that horns are good to hang above doorways, and it kind of dispels any negative energy. So we're gonna go with that and see how that goes. I'm just gonna put it in the jar, just like that. Works out. Now let's go into the attraction part of things. So we've got the protection, we've got the dispelling of negative energy, but I want to get into a little bit of like some protection. So first of all, I have some coins from my travels and around the world here, and then I also have 3 pennies and this green rock crystal. I don't know what kind of rock this is. I don't know what kind of crystal this is. I am not somebody who's well versed in crystals by any means, but I've had this and all of these on my previous money altars and on my money bowl. So might as well throw them in there. You know, the 3 pennies, good for luck, good for abundance, good for attracting money. So even little things, we're gonna cleanse these really quick with some Florida water. So I'm just going to ask these to continuously bring in all of that energy that they soaked up on my money bowl altar and my money altar and all of that jazz. The reason I like to use coins from my travels is because I like to travel. So I want abundance coming in from both my travels or abundance coming in to spend, to go to travel. And the 3 pennies are always a pretty good symbol of good luck. So we're gonna put that in our jar. Then we have 2 more things here. I've got mint from my garden. Mint is fantastic for abundance and for prosperity, so we're just gonna add that in there and ask it to help out there. Bring that to our doorway for sure. And the last thing I'm gonna add in here is lemongrass. I love lemongrass. Again, really good for prosperity, really good for opening roads, bring in abundance, to bring in prosperity, but also to open opportunities to the household and to everybody who resides within it. And that's the last of it. That's the last of the spell. Probably will add some flowers or something just to make it a little prettier, because it's just kind of like this horn in a jar. And because it's gonna be above our doorway, it'd be nice to look at something kind of pretty. I might even just steal some of these. For some of our roses die and start drying up, I'll probably add those as well, just to pretty it up a little more. But otherwise, this is it. We also have 2 roses from one of our previous flower arrangements in here. I don't really know how this is all gonna look, but we're gonna find out. And again, I'm just gonna add as I go. So whenever I'm done with this, or I wanna add something to it, or I wanna change, maybe I'm like feeling like I really need extra protection overall, or maybe one of us is looking for different opportunities, or both of us want to attract more money into our lives and into our household, then I'll probably just end up changing out a lot of these things and putting in that kind of more direct intention with the herbs and all of the items that I use. And in order to get rid of these things, and because they're all herbs and because they're all plants, most of the things that I found locally, I don't mind if I just like bury it into the earth. However, if you use salt or things like that, don't bury it. Just throw it away, because we don't want to put that into the, come here. Psst. We don't want to put that into the earth. Now, I just have to wait for my flatmate to get home, because I'm too short to reach above the door. And as I said, there are plenty of other practitioners that are also making doorway charms and have released their videos today, or at least will be releasing their videos sometime soon. So check the tag, get inspired by them, and definitely share with us. I wonder if we could do like an Instagram thing. I'm gonna leave this in if we're doing an Instagram thing, because I would love to see all of your doorway spells as well, and just posting them on Instagram with hashtag doorway spell, doorway charm. God, I don't remember which one we used. Either way, post it, share it. You can also still use that hashtag Wanderlust Coven. I still look at that sometimes, just so y'all know. I know that I haven't really mentioned it recently, but anyway, that is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed, and as always, best of luck, be kind to each other, and may your gods treat you as you've treated others. And also live curiously. You never know what you're gonna find. Bye.